Okay, so this is a video about how to clean a leather jacket, and we're going to show you today the tools that you need. So we need a bamboo cleaning pad, we need a bamboo towel to take the fluid away, and we need the Aniline leather cleaner, which is this one here, which is LRC7, which is what you're going to need for this type of leather jacket. So you need to obviously work in sections if you can. So we're going to sort of turn the jacket around, and we're going to work on you can either work on the back section first of all, or you can work on the front section first of all. It's entirely up to you how you wish to do that. But get the product applied into the bamboo pad and get that working up so that we can get it going to create a nice sort of cleaning action. You don't need the standard LRC1 product on here. You know, that will create a nice sort of foam. As you can see, it's starting to foam up nicely. Now once you get that built up into the pad, you get a nice sort of foaming action built up. As you can see there, it's starting to build up quite nicely. So just gently rub this over the surface, working in sections at a time. And that is going to remove any sort of dirt, grease and grime. This particular jacket isn't too bad in all fairness. All like buckle areas and things, you're going to need to undo, obviously, so that you can get into those properly. So undo all buckles and things like that you've got on clothing, so that you can get into here to do this properly. Obviously it has a zip there, so we need to ascertain whether the zip needs to be opened, as to whether there's any leather underneath there, which again there isn't, so we're perfectly fine with that. So that gives us access to get into the back of those buckles. It also gives us access to clean the opposite side of those as well. So carefully sort of wipe down the buckles, and then obviously on the back side of those as well, so that you can get to those to sort of clean them. You've got the little tag here as well, which you can get into to clean. It is a matter of attention to detail when you're sort of doing something like this. You've got to pay particular attention to what you're doing. You can't just sort of do it once over and hope that it's going to clean it once. So again, each direction. And then we're going to, once we've done all the outside of the jacket, we would obviously go to things like zips, undo zips, and put the pockets inside out to clean the little leather sections in there as well. So let's have a look at cleaning the actual back section that we've got here on this particular jacket. We've got a little bit of a stain on the back here. That may require a little bit more work than just a standard sort of clean to resolve that particular problem that we've got, but we'll give it a good go anyway. But in general, cleaning a leather jacket, this is the sort of process that you'd need to follow. Again, get it all. You don't need to rub very, very hard with this. The whole idea of this is to try to clean and to remove any dirt, grime and staining. If you had a pigmented leather jacket, like a motorcycle jacket, like a proper biker jacket, then you could use a soft brocal brush on the surface. But with this being a dress leather jacket, it's a much more finer lamb nappa leather. So we wanted to make sure that we were a little bit more careful with how we proceeded over cleaning this, to ensure that it didn't create any damage rubbing over the surface. I believe this is maybe got wet, this particular jacket. It's sort of like created a little bit of a problem on the leather surface there, but the process that we've got to do to clean is just a simple one like this all the way over the whole item. Just keep it going, working it in with the Aniline leather cleaner, and that's exactly what you need to do. And just keep on going over the surface. So let's turn that round now to get to the collar section, and then we can start to clean the collar area as well. And then we're going to go back and we'll probably do the arm on that side, and then we'll proceed to the rest of the jacket and start to clean that as well. So let's have a look at cleaning the arm. So again, clean it in a section where that you can get to it. So start with this particular panel that you see here. Again, you've got a zip here which we can undo, so that we can get inside here to clean the sections inside the zip as well, which we'll do at the very end. So again, load up the Aniline leather cleaner, the LRC7, into the pad, into the bamboo cleaning pad, and just gently rub down the surface. It's not going to affect the emblem, the British flag emblem that we see here. So that's fine, because it's safe to use on that type of material. And just keep on going through. Let's sort of now start to get to the next sections. Cuffs and things, pay particular attention to those because they will be and can be extremely dirty from grease and grime and sort of armpit areas and stuff like that. They can be very dirty, greasy and grime, full of grease and grime. We do have on our website, under our help centre, if you happen to have something that's got like a lot of bad odours in it, there is a help sheet there about how to remove bad odours on leather items like jackets, handbags and things like that have maybe got cigarette smoke on them, or they've got damp and they've got, pets have been up against them and it's got like pet smells on them, damp sort of doggy cat smells or cigarette smells, or it's had some form of, or it's had mould on it and it's created a sort of odour in the leather. And there's a complete guide there as to how to remove those odours on the surface. So again, let's swap over to this side because we've done all the back. So undo your buckles once again on this side so that we can clean those. Get all the buckles completely undone. And again, this is using the Aniline leather cleaner on here. You don't want anything stronger than the Aniline leather cleaner, or else it is going to create surface damage to the leather. It's not going to create the leather surface. I mean, it's going to remove some of the colour because it's going to be too strong for this type of fine leather. So something like the LRC7 or even the luxury leather cleaner would be an ideal one to use on here as well. Again, it is designed for sort of like Napa leather. I mean, the Aniline leather cleaner is perfect for that, but the luxury leather cleaner was designed specifically for Napa leather in luxury cars, because they're a very different type of leather in something like a Rolls-Royce, Ferrari, Lamborghini, Porsche or something like that. So that was where the luxury leather cleaner was designed, for those more delicate leather materials. A lot of people ask us, and it's just a complete selling myth, do you have something for vegan leather? We want a vegan cleaner. There is no such thing as a vegan cleaner. All our products are natural, environmentally friendly, eco-friendly products, and you could say they're vegan cleaners, every single one of them, because they've got no animal content. So I mean, they are all vegan safe products, so they can be used on vegan leathers. With vegan leathers, they're just a very more fragile material compared to a standard proper genuine leather. It's just the way you clean it, the process that you use, and how you do it. They're just a lot more delicate on the surface. So when you sort of see companies advertising, oh, this is a vegan cleaner for leather, it's more of a sales gimmick to try to get sales, to try to get you to believe that you're buying a vegan safe product, when it's just how you clean it is what all that matters really. The last thing you want with a vegan leather product is products to sit on the surface creating dwell times, because that's where you're going to end up with issues with like delamination of the surface, which can create problems for that type of leather. If you allow them to get too wet, they do get damaged when they get wet, so they're susceptible to damage under damp, wet conditions. So you've got to be very, very careful. For something like a vegan leather, say for argument's sake a Tesla, you would obviously clean. You can clean with a standard LRC1 leather cleaner, very, very gently with a Bruchel brush or a Tampico brush. Or if it's a very fine grain leather like you do get in those types of vehicles, then you can use a bamboo pad to do that over the surface. But if you needed to get into the grain, then you would use the Tampico or the Bruchel brush to do that. That is obviously all the outside of the leather jacket cleaned up. That is exactly what you'd have to do to clean the outside. We would then obviously proceed to do all of the inside in exactly the same way on the collar, and then we would hang that up to dry, and that is exactly what we would use. Obviously we've not got a lot of solution on there, but with this we'd go over the surface. If we happen to get it very, very wet, we'd go over the surface and wipe this down to ensure that it was wiped down safely, if we had to wipe away any excess fluid from cleaning. But that is exactly what you would need to clean your leather jackets. Aniline leather cleaner, as you can see here, LRC7, bamboo pad, bamboo cloth, gently over the surface, wiping away any dirt, grease and grime to bring back the beautiful softness and suppleness of the jacket. It's now enhanced the colour beautifully, and that is ready for its protection to be applied. If you need to know anything else about any care tips and tricks about leather jackets and cleaning, protecting, restoring, head on over to the website leatherrepaircompany.com. Our team of experts are on hand to help you with the products that you need to carry out your leather care maintenance projects at home. Thank you very much.